Welcome to Selection Sathi. Today we learn C++ memory management, new and delete, smart pointers, and the RAII pattern. Modern C++ eliminates most memory bugs through smart pointers and automatic resource management. This is essential knowledge for interviews and writing safe C++ code. Let's begin. First concept, new and delete versus malloc and free. In C++, new does two things. It allocates memory and calls the constructor. Malloc from C only allocates raw bytes, no constructor is called. Similarly, delete delocates memory and calls the destructor, while free only releases memory. For arrays, you must use new bracket and delete bracket. int star ar equals new int bracket 10 allocates 10 integers. Delete bracket ar frees them all. Using delete instead of delete bracket is undefined behavior, it only destroys the first element. Another difference, new throws bad alloc on failure, while malloc returns null. Second concept, unique PTR. Unique PTR represents exclusive ownership. Only one unique PTR can own an object at a time. You cannot copy a unique PTR, you can only move it with std move. After moving, the original becomes null and the new one takes ownership. The best part, when a unique PTR goes out of scope, it automatically deletes the object. No manual delete needed. Use make unique of t with constructor arguments to create one. It's exception safe and cleaner than using new directly. Third concept, shared PTR. Shared PTR allows multiple pointers to share ownership of the same object using reference counting. When you copy a shared PTR, the reference count increments. When a shared PTR is destroyed, the count decrements. When the count reaches 0, the object is deleted. You can check the count with useCount. The danger is circular references. If object A holds a shared PTR to B and B holds 1 to A, the count never reaches 0 and you get a memory leak. Use weak PTR to break such cycles. Fourth concept, RAII, resource acquisition is initialization. The idea is simple, acquire a resource in the constructor and release it in the destructor. This guarantees cleanup even when exceptions are thrown, because C++ always calls destructors on scope exit. Smart pointers are RAII for memory, they delete in their destructor. Fstream is RAII for files, it closes in its destructor. Lock guard is RAII for mutexes, it unlocks in its destructor. Modern C++ motto, never write new or delete manually. Use smart pointers and containers. If you see raw new or delete in modern C++ code, it's almost certainly a code smell. First example, dynamic array with new bracket. int star ar equals new int bracket 5 with initializer 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We loop through and print each element. Output 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. When done, we call delete bracketer. You must use delete bracket, not plain delete, for arrays. Plain delete would only call the destructor for the first element and leave the rest leaked. Second example, unique PTR usage. Auto P equals make unique of int with value 42. P now owns the integer. We dereference with star P and get 42. Now we move ownership, auto P to equals move of P, P becomes null and P2 owns the integer. When P2 goes out of scope at the closing brace, the integer is automatically deleted. No manual delete anywhere. That's the beauty of unique PTR. Third example, shared PTR with reference counting. Auto P1 equals make shared of int with value 100. The use count is 1. Auto P2 equals P1, now both point to the same int. Use count is 2. Inside a nested scope, auto P3 equals P2 makes the count 3. When P3 goes out of scope, count drops to 2. When P1 and P2 go out of scope at the function end, count goes to 1 to 0. At 0, the integer is deleted. The last shared PTR standing cleans up. Fourth example, RAII file handler. We create a class FileGuard with a file star member. The constructor opens the file with fopen. The destructor checks if FP is not null and calls close. Usage inside a scope. We create FileGuard f of data.txt. We use f.fp for reading. When the scope ends, the destructor runs and the file is closed. Even if an exception is thrown inside the scope, the destructor still runs. This is RAII. Resources are always properly cleaned up. Quick tips. Tip 1. Never mix new with free or malloc with delete. They use different memory management systems. Tip 2. Use make unique and make shared instead of raw new. They prevent leaks and are exception safe. Tip 3. Default to unique PTR. Only use shared PTR when multiple owners are truly necessary. Shared PTR has overhead. Tip 4. If you see raw new or delete in modern C++ code, it's probably wrong. Use RAII and smart pointers. For more concept videos like this, download the Selection Sathi app. Like and subscribe. Thank you.